You can tell Mr. Capone really misses
Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink.
You can't stop talking about
Me too. It was called
sweet. Like a dad
Starfall,
bragging
I
about his
think.
kid. Apparently, that woman made it for him.
It was impossible to get right. And not long after that, he just left.
Well, how about that?
A slow drizzle of herb-infused fruit vinegar into the sauce while it simmers. What a lovely little trick. A whisper of acidity won't bully the other flavors. Instead, it will bloom on the tongue, like a jelly rose medusa unfurling, leaving a delicious echo on the tip of the tongue. Greetings. Care for something to eat? They use humble ingredients here, but their techniques are rather intriguing. Trust me, they won't disappoint. It has. After the Phasalia curse was lifted, I slowly began to taste again. It was a gradual homecoming, of course, not an overnight miracle. But compared to when I couldn't tell bitter from sweet, it's a vast improvement. And I have you to thank for that. Everything you did in Renacita gave the world back to me, one flavor at a time. Though I've already given you my token of gratitude, should you desire more, I would be pleased to oblige. Speaking of which, with Phasalia family affairs back in order, I find myself, as its head, somewhat idle. Rather than remain confined to the estate, I like to travel, to see sights I've never seen. The world is vast, and I expect it to be a long journey. Of course, I'd also enjoy trying new foods and attempting to recreate them with my own hands. Consider it a form of palate rehabilitation. Would you travel with me and sample my creations along the way? Ah, ever so gracious. Then it's settled. But tell me, are you not the least bit concerned I might poison you?
Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink.
Me too. It was called Starfall, I think.
Apparently, that woman made it for him.
It was impossible to get right. And not long after that, he just left. Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink.
Me too. It was called Starfall, I think.
Apparently, that woman made it for him.
It was impossible to get right. And not long after that, he just left.
can tell Mr. Poe really misses Geisel.
I can't stop talking about it.
Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink.
You can tell Mr. Poe really misses Geisel.
Starfall? I think. I can't stop talking about it. It's kind of sweet. Like a dad man.
Heard you've never lost in a game of Lone Star. Impressive. Well, of course.
It has been some time, Rover. These echoes. While Jinzhou does have echo terminals, the summoning process is heavily restricted. I heard the Renacita's Genesis Nexus draws on the Sentinel's power, allowing echoes to maintain form far longer. If we could use this technology in Jinzhou, the Midnight Rangers would see their burden greatly lifted. Of course, the principles behind the Genesis Nexus are complex, and require careful study. What is it, Rover? Do you have some insight?
That's not the point. Aren't you supposed to be on vacation? Why are you still thinking about border defenses?
Vacation? I fear you misunderstand. I'm not here in a personal capacity. The Magistrate dispatched a delegation to Renacita to seek new agreements on trade and defense. I serve as the delegation's military attaché. It is my responsibility to ensure their safety. Evaluating the Genesis Nexus for potential adoption is also part of my duty.
So, strictly speaking, this is a work trip.
Correct. Our itinerary included this place, in part to establish new ties with Lolo Logistics.
Come to think of it, as long as I've known you, you've barely left the border. Oh, except that one time in Taoyuan Vale for the Riverside Games.
The situation back then was volatile with the Threnodians' resurgence. Remaining at the border to safeguard the city was my responsibility. That said, I can scarcely recall the last time I had a true respite.
Since you're already at the party, why not treat this as a vacation and relax a little? Even a general needs to recharge.
You're right. No matter how much I deliberate, decisions must wait until I return to Jinzhou. The delegation is secure for now. A brief rest here shouldn't hurt. Thank you. May you also find joy at this party, Rover.
I thought you couldn't swim.
Am I seeing things? Is that Rover? Huh. Can't be.
So you are real. I'm sorry. Guess I'm just too tired. Everything's a blur. Don't worry. If I can find a decent sofa and sit for a while, I'll be fine.
Rough day at work?
Not really. Technically, I'm on vacation. Aragona's been quiet, so Lady Carlotta's promise of paid leave finally came through. I'm just here to breathe a little. It's true. I swear by this year's bonus. No work piling up, no sudden comms dragging me back to the vault. I thought once I was free from all the tasks and other responsibilities, I'd actually be able to enjoy the party. Maybe it's all the pent-up stress finally hitting me, or my brain short-circuiting now that it's not in work mode. But here I am, worn out after just a few hours. Who knew going on vacation could be so exhausting? Maybe a little too much fun. Normally, a couple cans of Devil's Kiss would perk me right up. But after stuffing myself with food, I can't stomach another drop. Vacation time's ticking away, and I haven't even started enjoying it properly. Whatever. I'd better find a quiet corner to rest for a bit. Have fun out there, my friend.
I thought you couldn't swim. What brings you out here so much?
It's not just the pool. Check out this telescope. Have you tried looking through it? It'll take your breath away. It's not just the pool. Check out this telescope. Have you tried looking through it?
Geisel, did you see that pigeon? This is all an illusion.
I know. But I can always pretend it's real. As long as I'm here, it feels like this fest could last forever.
Can a Forever Fest truly make you happy forever? I don't believe moments of joy or beauty or excitement can even exist inside eternity. Life's got to have ups and downs, or there's no story to tell. Can you know what happiness really is without being sad? Can you know the joy of being reunited if you never have to say goodbye? I know that these are your dearest memories, but when they happened, were you really there in the moment? It's time you grew up, Geisel.
How peculiar. I remember that Mr. Capot wasn't a butler before.
No, he's always been the butler.
I have this faint memory of him being a magician, performing right here. Hey, Rover! Over here!
Lene? Don't tell me you're skipping class again.
Don't stereotype me. I'm not playing hooky this time. I've actually got business here. See this display? The Academy teamed up with Lolo Logistics to share some vehicle tech for hauling cargo over rough terrain. That's not the point. Anyway, the demo vehicles started acting up during testing, and some of the custom parts weren't ready in time. If this keeps up, the Academy's reputation could take a real hit. So, to keep things on track and make sure the partnership goes smoothly, they put me in charge. The teachers agreed I should handle it, since I'm pretty handy with maintenance and mods. Of course! You think I'd sign up just because this party looks fun? As long as I get the exhibit running smoothly for the demo, I'll have plenty of time to myself. Don't worry about me. I even checked with the teachers who came here on vacation. You know what they said?
This doesn't happen every day. Since you're at the party anyway, go enjoy yourself.
Speaking of which, Lolo Logistics is really amazing. I thought they only shipped cargo safely across the globe, but turns out they can throw a feast too. They've even got new Federation specialties here. Oh, it's been ages since I last had those. Maybe after graduation, joining Lolo Logistics wouldn't be a bad idea. With my skills, I could be a mechanic, or even a courier. And I'll count on you to introduce me, Rover.
Wait, you're not actually serious, are you?
Of course I'm serious. I've decided I'm gonna live life on my own terms, remember? That's why I gotta try everything that catches my eye. Who knows? I might just be a natural at it. All right, I'm heading back to the party. You have fun too!
all the common echoes here, I think that round one is my favourite.
No way. That goofball doesn't reflect Mr. Geyser's elegance at all.
Of all the common echoes here, common echoes here, I think that round one is my favourite.
No way. That goofball doesn't reflect Mr. Geyser's elegance at all.
Of all the common echoes here, I think that round one is my favourite.
No way.
It tastes good.
That goofball doesn't reflect Mr. Geyser's elegance at all.
I thought you couldn't swim.
taste good.
Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular
really misses Geisel.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was called...
You can't stop talking about him. It's kind of sweet. Like a dad bragging about his kid.
Are these Geisel's new friends? I haven't seen them around before. Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink. Me too. It was called... Last time, Geisel asked me to help him recreate a particular drink. Me too. It was called...
Greetings, sir. Can I help you with something? Ugh, what a dull response. Why can't you just play along? It's been a long time, Rover.
Are you in the middle of some urgent mission?
Mission? Not at all. But sure, proper code words and disguises are essential for an undercover agent. Especially at a party with such a mixed crowd. Relax. I've already scoped the area. No one's listening in on us. Besides, like I said, I'm not here on assignment. I'm simply Yinlin on vacation. It's a long story. Remember Yang Yang, the Outrider? She told me about what you went through after Renacida. The Carnival, Septimont. No doubt the Fraxidus were pulling the strings behind all those incidents. To understand their plans, I followed the clues and did some digging of my own. Yeah, they're a hard nut to crack. Luckily, I had support from the Magistrate and others in Jinzhou. I never planned to take them head-on. With their help, I infiltrated one of their bases and discovered a new scheme they were whipping up. We neutralized it before they could act. Those artificers were no match for the Midnight Rangers. After the operation, the Magistrate restored my official file.
She wanted me to return to the Public Security Bureau as a patroller, not as an undercover agent. It was my chance to step back into the light. And honestly, living in the shadows as a suspect wasn't exactly pleasant. It was a tempting offer, but I turned it down.
You turned it down? Why?
Every undercover agent has their reasons for staying in the game. Justice, ambition, revenge, you name it. No matter the motive, the work eats away at you. But someone's got to do the dirty work to keep Jinzhou safe. Rather than burden a rookie patroller, better to leave it to an experienced pro like me. How we end up on such a heavy topic. Let's drop it. For now, we're just here to have fun. Next time we meet, make sure you play along and don't blow my cover, all right?
Oh. Oh. Not living.